Yet. Welcome to Being You Changing the World. It has changed my world. So I invite you to change yours if that finds fun and light to you. And today is 14th April 2023. And happy Vaisakhi, whosoever celebrates it, and happy whatever that thing is today for any and everybody, any occasion. So please acknowledging that for you all. And thank you for your energies. Every time I say that, I really mean it because it's like, I don't have words to express your presence. And I'm super grateful for each one of your presence, whether it's on the BDC group, whether it's on the Instas. You make me feel special. So I really want to take a minute and say thank you to each one of you. And I wonder if you really know that how powerful and potent you guys are with your energies, and you really, really contribute a lot to the blessing circle and to these energies of the space. And sometimes, we think that, oh, what am I doing? How am I changing the world? I am not that big, or blah, blah, blah. But you don't have to really do anything. Even the acknowledgement and even your choice of coming to these book reads or to the, contributing to the blessing circle, or any of the modalities in the spaces that you're actually choosing to be more conscious and present is already changing the world. So thank you and thank you and thank you. You matter tons. So don't hide your gifts. Be willing to be seen, be willing to be you, be willing to be present in the world. We require you, the world requires you, the consciousness requires you. So thank you and thank you and thank you. Super grateful for your presence. And let's invite Dr. Dane's energy into the space, and also Gary's energies into the space, and everybody and anybody who's read this magical book and has been gifted. I remember I gifted it to one of my friends, and he says, "Aradhana, itni life easy kaise ho sakti hai yaar? Itna easy hoti to baat hi kya thi?" मैंने बोला मैं जी रही हूँ. So he's like, इतनी easy नहीं हो सकती. I said, हो सकती है, but he left it. I said, okay, but because we want to make life complicated, so I'm just inviting to a different space where life can be actually purely magical. Yes, it is so simple. You have to do nothing. You have to just have the smile, the joy, the peace, the silence, and the acknowledgement of you. That is what is required. Nothing else on the planet is required. There is no mahan gyan jo aap logo ko nahi mila hua, and you don't have it. You have it all in you. So please trust you, and please trust your knowing. And let's invite them here, and let's see what the magic opens up. So when I just was popping up, and I was like, what chapter should I pick up? And it is so funny. I asked Shivangi, I said, jaldi se batao kaun sa chapter padhna hai. So acha main book kholti hu, and I said, chal khol. And I read this chapter, and mere seedha naam yahi aa raha tha, changing the world, ready to get rid of the autopilot. And itne mein usne bola, changing the world, get ready to remove the autopilot. I said, how did you get it, yaar? I was just reading that. She said, and we both laughed and laughed and laughed. So I said, this is a chapter that is going to be contributing to all of us. So let's begin and see what magic is going to be opening for us. So take a moment, relax, connect yourself with earth. Any irritation, any problem, any stuff going in your world. Hi, Shalu. Anything going in your worlds right now, just let it go to the earth. Just relax. Just, even if you hear it, don't hear it, you want to sleep, you're working, keep going, have it in your background, be present with it and receive. It is like magic will happen on its own. So let's begin. All right. So part 2, changing the world. Please know I don't desire you to buy my point of view. This is by Dane, ever. I know I sound like I do sometimes, and truly I don't. What I would like is for you to be aware of what your point of view is. I would like you to be aware of what is true for you, whatever that is. And it is like, whatever that is for you is true for you. Trust it. It's page number 226, and it's part 2, changing the world. So beautiful you, I know part 1 of this book may have been weird and possibly wonderful to some of you. Guys who have joined, who's joined for the first time, it's Being You Changing the World. And the author is Dr. Dane Heer. So if you don't have it, you can order online, and you just can have your own copy. Oh, so happy to see you. Thank you. I know part one of this book may have been weird and possibly wonderful to some of you. Before you read part 2 of this book or have a meeting date or go to work, really anytime you happen to wake up on a given day, try this. Everything I have projected or expected this to be, all the judgments, the projections, the expectations, separations, and rejections about what this is going to be, let's uncreate and destroy all of that now, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, only boys, povads, and beyond. So this is the clearing statement from Access. So you can go to theclearingstatement.com to understand that. What it does is it's a magical wand which gives you a clear land to rebuild your house, a new house from scratch. So whatever you want to create, you can do pod and pock and povad, all of it. And then you have a clear slate and then you can rewrite it. Not rewrite, write new, in fact. All right, so you want to understand more, please go to the Access Clearing Statement, theclearingstatement.com. Thank you. Feel the energy light. And again, everything is opposite. So let's all repeat in our worlds. Everything is opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is opposite of what it appears to be. Everything is opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is opposite of what it appears to be. How's it? Is it lighter? Is your brain fried? Are you lighter? Don't you have anything left in your head? Anytime you are in a stress, in a confusion, you can keep repeating these lines. These 2 lines can be way magical and you will be surprised every time. I've been using it for 10 years. I get surprised every moment I use it. I'm like, God, there's always a new meaning to it. So play with it and see how it works for you. So chapter 11, get ready to get rid of the autopilot. It may seem like it takes so much energy to be present. Initially it does. That's because it's something you have done for very, very long. Have you noticed that you have lived most of your life on an autopilot checkout? Here, how it works. When you arrived here, you didn't understand this reality. So you created a mind to give you all the answers of how you could fit in here and be like everyone else. Your mind is always fighting to defend the rightness of this reality, which totally excludes presence and being, totally excluding the difference that your reality is. Say what? Your reality is different. I know it makes no sense, but it doesn't make you feel at least a little bit lighter. That's the reason, but doesn't it make you feel at least a little bit lighter? That's the reason you so often feel like you're putting your energy into something that isn't working. Are you aware that this reality is about homogenization? I'm not talking about warming your milk, which would be pasteurization anyway, but I am talking about making you normal, average, real, and the same as everyone else. That, my friend, means not being present as you. That is the autopilot. So in the beginning, it may seem like it takes a lot of energy to be present. You're fighting your own awareness because you think you have to do something about everything that you now perceive. Sorry. Okay. Everybody's throats. Can you tap into it? Wow. Can we all release our throats right now? Everywhere you are blocking yourself, saying something and being on an autopilot of putting you under pressure, not being out loud in the world because you will be judged. Would you like to let that go, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, onisha, boys, povads, and beyond. So everybody who are healing other people's throats, if they have to speak, they will speak up. I'm not choosing to do that. So I'm going to change it right away and just inviting you guys to actually let that go and be in an interesting point of view energy that your throats are hurting, everything's hurting. Do you have that courage right now to speak up your truth? And everything that doesn't allow, can we destroy and get all right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, furniture, boys, povads, and beyonds. So in the beginning, it may seem like it's a lot of energy to be present. So how much? Everybody knows how to be present in life and living?
Flying.
Yeah, hi, Sarah.
Hi.
It's like how Tara came, present, ma'am, I'm present here. So it's like when we are being present, we are actually aware of everything around us. But how many times we autopilot shut our things because we know this is going to not change. And you have already concluded that. So everything that is, can you destroy and not get all right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, on the share, boys, powers, and beyond. Wow, 12, 12. So in the beginning, it may seem like it takes a lot of energy to be present. You are fighting your own awareness because you think you have to do something about everything that you now perceive. Then there's a point, if you are actually willing to be present, that instead of taking energy from you, you actually have a lot more energy and life available when you turn the autopilot off a lot more. You need less sleep, you eat less, you simply don't require it. It's actually the case of everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is opposite of what it appears to be in motion. Now try figuring that out with your mind. So everywhere you have decided that being present would take a lot of energy, will you uncreate and destroy all of that now, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, onisha, boys, povas, and beyonds. Thank you. Being the intensity of you. When you change, your vibration changes as well. The intensity of living gets greater. It is new for you. It is the unknown. In an effort to get away from the intensity, you may start eating too much, or you will call your mother, or get another relationship, or go and have sex with somebody, or whatever it is for you that you hide behind or amuse yourself with to avoid the intensity you are becoming. You have to willing to have the intensity if you're going to have the change for which you are asking. That intensity may often be very, very uncomfortable, but just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean it's wrong. In fact, the greater the change you have just chosen, the more uncomfortable it may seem for a while. I'm not saying that anything you might choose in your life is a bad thing or a wrong thing, including something to diminish the intensity you are becoming. By all means, do it if it works for you, really. What I am saying is to please ask yourself, am I doing this to lower my vibration and my intensity? Am I doing this to occupy less space? Or is it going to generate more space for me? Am I doing this to feel more comfortable? Am I doing this to feel like I did before? Will choosing this lead to less fun or more fun in my life? All you need to do is ask a question. All it requires is a question. All it ever requires is a question. Then, of course, you may want to receive the awareness you get from asking the question and even follow it. Oh, but that might lead too much fun, really, and that could be bad. So last night, it was funny. I had something going on in my world and I had an awareness, and I'm like, oh, mujhe nahi sochna iske baare mein. Let me just think about something else. And I just caught myself right there and then. I said, wow, I am just avoiding it right now. And because it was so uncomfortable to think about it, and I did not, it was like, I'm walking and I can see कि idhar se, if I open the gate, I will have to enter the room. So and I'm like, oh, I don't even want to enter the room here. And I'm just running away. Then I actually took that courage. I said, no, I am going to go in today. And honestly, it was like, I could feel the anxiety. I could feel the, shivers in my world. And I was like, oh, it's too irritating, too irritating. But when I just went, everything melted. And I said, oh, this is how I do it. And every time we are feeling uncomfortable, panicked, irritating, there is something that is showing up. That's an information that is coming, which we start avoiding. If you actually take a moment and remember this ad, Dar ke aage jeet hai, the Miranda, the Mountain Dew ad, you can actually change your world. That's how I do it. I said, chal dekhi jaiye, Aradhana, chalte hain. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मर जाएंगे तो मर जाएंगे, देखते हैं. But what if you actually got, it's always been greater and greater and greater always. And then you find it so funny कि यार इतना easy था, हम इससे क्यों भाग रहे थे? So sometimes you feel that, because that is your assumptions that you're going through in your world. And you already have that assumption, and then you already have the need of reactive reality from other people coming to you to actually stop you. So how many pre-assumptive realities are you using to create the need of reactive realities of everybody around you, to acknowledge you? Everything that is, would you like to destroy and unget all today? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, onisha, boys, povas, and beyonds. And And it's so funny that we are so quick at assuming everything. It's the assumption is even to the deepest, corest part of it. We go to that refined as pre-assumptions. I know this will happen. I know this will happen. And where is the question there? So start catching yourself, start being present with yourself, and getting out of those autopilot systems that you have been working all your life through. And your life might be too wonderful, but probably not everybody of you would like to have it. That's also a choice. Right and wrong, good and bad, for cognition, voice, powers, and beyonds. So, what are your real priorities? We all have these priorities in our lives that are how we run our lives, and most of us aren't even aware of what they are. For example, one of the things I have seen with my friend Gary is for him, life is just ease, no matter what. No matter what's going on, no matter what the situation is, there's always a sense of ease going on for him. Partially, it's because he has these priorities that are what guide his life. He always knows where to put his energy. He's not spinning his wheels, putting his energy in places that have no value and aren't going to do something to increase the quality of his life, his living of it, or his consciousness. You also have priorities that run your life, my friends. The thing is, you usually have no clue of what they truly are. You may think you do. And my question is, do you actually know what's valuable to you? What do you actually truly prioritize in your life? Would you be willing to make a list right now? Please read the question twice. On what did you spend most of your time, energy, thoughts, and emotions for the last 7 days? Anybody wants to say that? And have that for yourself. On what did you spend most of your time, energy, thoughts, and emotions for last 7 days? Do you actually know what's valuable to you? What do
Can
you?
I say something?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so one of the things that I saw myself putting my energy into was, whether I am on the right path or not. Like, am I am I getting it all right or not? And I've been telling myself that I can't get this wrong. Yet, there is a check. Yeah.
When you have to tell yourself that I can't get this wrong, how much have you already wronged it?
Yeah.
And people here, Jigna and Radhika, everybody said worry, 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 finding root cause for problems. So this is what you're finding. This is where you're putting your energies. And what did you end up creating in these 7 days? More of it, more of worry, more of that looking for it, how to increase income, how to increase. So, which means when you're asking how to do it, Arpita, have you already said to yourself, sorry, Anurag, how to increase income, how to spend more money, time with family? It means what is the feedback you're giving is, I do not know. And for that, I charge 3 lakh rupees. And that get auto debited from your account to my account. And I love you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, I have been getting this energy that I'm paying a lot of money.
Thank you. I love you all. So now, did you see where you're putting your energies, all of you? It's just a simple thing. And have you?
Aradhana, can I just add a little more
Yeah,
to
please.
this?
Yes,
That on
please.
the back of my head, like I really truly have this like belief that everything is working in my favor. It is
Hmm.
all coming to me. It is working out. And yet the significance on the doubt is present. It's
Yeah.
not completely gone.
Yeah. So when it's not gone, that doubt will also has to take its space. Na? Ab usko, if you've invited somebody in your life, they will also come. Na? You invited them for a party. पूरे दिल से बुलाओ या कम दिल से बुलाओ, बुलाया तो है ना? Somebody might be just looking for an invite and they'll just turn up. No, you won't be getting
Wow. Thank you for that.
How will I create my life? Yet messages, there's something better. Yeah. So trust. There is no trust. You don't trust you. You guys don't trust your own self that we are working towards everything I'm choosing in my life. Every choice is working out for me. I didn't listen my body and chose up for how much pain and suffering I acknowledge now. And everywhere, Krishna, you have made that suffering as yours. Would you like to let that go? अपना बनाने में कितनी जल्दी रहती है सबको यहाँ पर मेरा है मेरा है मेरा है मेरा पेन है मेरा दर्द है your body is an information center. It gives you information. Don't make it yours. Everything that is can be destroyed and get out. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, Alisha, boys, povers, and beyond. Gitu says, I trust today magic has already started happening. Yes. Magic is you. There is no magic outside you. Magic is in anything, money workbook, which I do. In that, Gary has very specifically written, or Raz has communicated, if you're keeping money, magic, anything even beside you or outside you, you don't have it. To have it, you have to be it. Okay, so everything that is can be like destroy and unget or right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, on nation, voice, forward, and beyond. Awesome. So hope you guys got it. This is how you're creating your life. So this is where you have to be present. Where am I creating my life from? So do you know it already now? I don't know, Anurag. Now you know it. So it's like, oh, I know it. It's like in that very moment, you have to choose to do something. Okay, what choice will create the most greatest for me today in this very 10 seconds? What happens is you choose a business and you go into the future and you already killed it. Everything that is can be destroyed and get all right. You know, good and bad, pot, pop, Nisha, boys, focus, and beyond. So those 5 things are actual. So what these were your first priorities. There are like play with this today. 5 things that you have been prioritizing in your last 7 days. And please also acknowledge that you created all those 5 things in your life. More of them. If it was worrying, you kept increasing more worry. How do I do money? Which means I do not know about anything. Money is a mystery to me. So you have only dug more deeper into it. Okay. So please look for these 5 things and see every day, check yourself. What is my priority today? Oh my God, such a little baby. Jigna, thank you for getting him here. I love having babies around. Thank you for your presence. Love you. Awesome. So those 5 things are actual priorities, not the official ones you thought you had. Yeah, I know. Interesting choice, right? Now, what if you asked yourself, if I could wave my magic wand and have priorities that would contribute to my life and give me the life I would really like to have, which of the above would I keep? Which would I throw away? And then, okay, which one would you keep and which would you throw? All of you. Have you thought of your list? What all priorities? And now out of which I'm sure, Anurag, I don't know, तो आज throw कर ही देगा, नहीं तो वो अपने घर में भी बोलता रहेगा, तो I don't know कि मेरे को 3 lakhs आते रहेंगे. Thank you for making me richer every day, all of you. Hello, Shivani. Thank you. Awesome. Hello, Parita. Good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Awesome. So those 5, yeah, hi. So, hello. If I could have, now when you're waving your magic wand, half of you won't even have the magic wand, na? Poor हो गए ना तुम लोग तो सब लोग. जो poor है सामने आ जाओ मेरे, मैं बता दूं. Everything that been brought down, can you destroy and unget all? How many of you think that you don't have the magic wand? And magic is outside you. Everything that is bringing up, can we please destroy and unget all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, Nisha, boys, povers, and you. Do you trust that you are magic? Right? So then what is it that you cannot create? Then how does that come? That how kyun aata hai aur why kyun aata hai phir? Everything that is, can we destroy and unget all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, Nisha, boys, povers, and beyond. So what 5 priorities would contribute to generating, creating, and instituting the life and living I would truly like to have? Chalo batao. What 5 priorities, be present here, and you have it right. Think nahi karne ki zarurat hai. What 5 priorities would contribute to generating, creating, and instituting the life and living I would truly like to have? पड़ोसी का हाव लेकर बैठा है. Everything that is can be destroyed and unget all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pork, coalition, boys, povers, and beyond. So what 5 priorities are you going to have now that would contribute to generate, create, and institute a life and living you would truly like to have? Did you guys get it? or you do not know that about you. कितनों ने अपने सर में बोला, I don't know, I love you all, I love you. So much money coming to me. देखा कितनी चालू हूँ मैं, क्लास एक बुक रीड में भी कितने सारे पैसे बना लिए मैंने. How does it get any better than that? Right and wrong, good and bad, what for college of boys, bodysutra and beyonds. Got it. Awesome. Great. So now please pock and pot everything that doesn't allow those to show up with ease for you. Okay. Me, myself, only me, मैं हूँ. Manipulation queen. We all are. And I think that's the beauty of us. Outcreate my financial reality. Radhika, तुझसे तो नहीं हो पाएगा, रहने दे. Health and fitness, awesome. बस health and fitness भी अटकी रहा है, आगे मत चल. Joy कहाँ है तेरा? Health and fitness अपने आप आ जाएगी. Everything that is, can you destroy and get all? Right and wrong, good and bad, what for college of boys, bodysutra and beyonds. And also one thing, please acknowledge that in your whole life and watch with these 5 things. What have you been focusing on? How much of the energy, where is you've been putting every day schedule last 7 days? Whether like how Arpita just said, health and fitness. Health and fitness में हम इतनी एनर्जी क्यों डाल रहे हैं? इसका मतलब वो ठीक नहीं है, वो खराब है. Like what is the assumption there? या खराब हो जाएगी? Everything is working out for us. Everything is fine. But अभी मेरे को हेल्थ करने का मन है, अभी मुझे जिम करने का मन है, मैं जिम जा रही हूँ, मुझे मजा आ रहा है. अभी आज मुझे वॉक करने का मन है, आज मुझे स्विम करने का मन है, आज मुझे खाना खाने का मन है. These are being you. Be present. Don't do because you should be doing or because whenever the should comes in your world, you have killed your magic. Everything that is can be destroyed and right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, boys, bodysutra and beyonds. All right, making people happy. Interestingly enough, we also have hidden priorities like maintaining ourselves in this reality, never going beyond our family, never hurting other people's feelings, expansive things like that. For me, making other people happy was one of my major hidden priorities. I had done it in my entire life. I tried and tried and tried to make people happy. It doesn't work very well, by the way, but I tried. And I didn't realize that it was my number one priority, my number one hidden priority for a very long time. I was just bound and determined to do it at all the costs. I had to create a place in my world where I had, number one, to be aware of everybody else's unhappiness. Can you see that? I had to create a place in my world. Tara, hope you're hearing this. I had to create a place in my world where I had, number one, to be aware of everybody else's unhappiness. Number two, judge it as a wrongness or not something they would choose. And number three, do everything I could to change it. I never asked questions like, do they really desire to be happy? Is that what they would choose? In my autopilot setting, I was actually solidifying their choice with my judgment. And I was also disempowering them with my superiority. Nice, huh? Is that truly a kindness to me or them? No. Is it bright? No. So truth, what hidden priorities do you have that while unacknowledged, maintain and entrain what you cannot change and choose as living in ease, joy, and exuberant expression and abundance? Would you please destroy and uncreate and destroy all of that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, boys, bodysutra and beyond. I repeat that again. What hidden priorities do you have that, while unacknowledged, maintain and entrain what you cannot change and choose as a living in ease, joy, and exuberant expression and abundance? Will you please uncreate and destroy all of that now, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, boys, bodysutra and beyond. Oh, I know you. You stepped straight into the wrongness of you, didn't you? You came to the conclusion that you have chosen the wrong priorities. Even the hidden ones are your fault, aren't they? Darn humanoid. Let me give you another possibility, my friend. What if you could be grateful for having chosen every single priority in your life? Any choice you are willing to be grateful for creates ease and possibility of something different showing up. I am willing to have an experience of screwing something up and talking about it to let people know that I'm not necessarily bright, and I'm willing to change it and function differently. Acting perfect, acting like you don't ever have any problems or issues, and acting like you don't have any thing come up, does that make you feel lighter? Or is it just a lot of heavy work? Isn't that just another autopilot? What if you didn't have to try to prove you were perfect anymore and acknowledge that you already are? Everything that doesn't allow that to be your reality, would you please destroy and get all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, coalition, boys, powers, and beyonds. And when we are waiting for anybody's validation, the acknowledgement, so the thing is, you are not it. So what are you asking them for the validation when you are not validating you? Which means you already are not it. You're not good. So what is the value of wasting so much of energy on it? But can you see how much I'm just perceiving right now, how much energy we put and how much we work, kitna paisa hum log, we are just ruling out of us. But that flowing that energy of changing somebody, doing hard work, everything that is, would you please just try and not get all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, Alicia, boys, powers, and beyonds. What if 6-year-olds were running the world? When I see, sorry, did somebody say something?
It's very awesome.
Yeah, it is. I mean, every time I read this book, it's like full of gems. So please don't shut the book after I read. Get up, take up this book, make a priority every day to read half a chapter, one a chapter, just for fun, just because you can. Wonder what magic can it gift you. And you know, people make a lot of excuses, like how Gary says, "Arey paise nahi hai, itni महंगी classes हैं, access की कैसे जाए? एक book उठा के पढ़ लो यार, अगर तुम्हें change करना है तो." If that is also not possible, then I am sorry, you were not even asking for that change. Everything that brought up and brought down, can we please try and get all right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, boys, powers, and beyonds. So when I see a 6-year-old trip while walking along, they don't judge it. They don't think how wrong they were to trip. They just go, oh boy, did I trip? Living a conscious life means living more like a 6-year-old. It's choosing for the choice that will make you joyful, not choosing for the choice that makes you feel heavy. People seem to have this point of view that living a life of consciousness is really heavy and serious, tough and difficult. No, it's the only place you actually have a life of ease, joy, and whatever comes up. You know, we always say, and Dane always says that, and that is also this thing, that if I'm not happy, then I'm not being conscious. So living consciously is not tough. It is not positive thinking. It is not meditative. It is not ki puja karna. It is about being happy. And when you're happy, everything follows. So I know there are people who would hear this and say, you are just shirking and your responsibility. But I'm not advocating not taking care of what needs to be taken care of. I am advocating taking care of it all with a lot more ease and taking care of you too with ease. Consciousness is pragmatic. It includes everything and judges nothing. It includes paying your rent and calling your parents. You may have things that have to be handled. What if you could just handle them all with total ease and be grateful for you being able to handle them? What if you were just grateful for every time you tripped? What if you were grateful for every time you were willing to get up and get moving again too? Now, please know that about 52% of the population isn't looking for anything different. They are hard-pressed to even change their underwear. They have decided they have the right answer. It's not up to you to change anybody. It's up to them. You can only facilitate change for someone who is willing to actually ask your question that allows a door to open so you can facilitate some change. Until then, there is no change to be facilitated. Stop trying to change people that truly don't desire change. Stop judging you for not being able to change them. It's just their choice to not change. Do you get that, Geetu? If you are around, everything that is, can we destroy and unget all right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pock, all nature, boys, powers, and beyonds. Awesome. You want to say something, Tara? No.
I was saying, yes, I get it too.
No, I was telling also to the everybody who's coming to my head because who have been asking me these questions. I'm just bringing their names up here.
No, my question is, Aradhana, ki मेरी problem ये कि I am a very joyful person.
Can you see how you started? मेरी problem.
Actually, I am a very joyful person. ठीक है?
Okay.
And when I see what people are choosing around me, what the fuck they're choosing with them, that disturbs me.
So you have a judgment, na? You're a superiority queen, superior queen.
Yeah.
How do you know what they're doing is not working for them? ये तो possibility है, शिवांगी कह रही है. Everything that is can be destroyed and get all right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, unleash your voice, powers and beyond. You know, everybody, a lot of people have been facilitating for now almost 10 years. People come and ask me, this is नहीं यार, वो choose नहीं कर रहे, हमने किया, उनको कैसे पता चलेगा, उनको कैसे पहुंचेंगे? मैंने बोला तुम भी तो पहले दिन आए थे ना, मैं भी तो कभी पहले दिन आई थी ना, मैं भी तो जिस वर्ल्ड से आ रही थी वहां एक्सेस नहीं था ना, या कोई और मोडालिटी, बट आई वाज लुकिंग फॉर समथिंग ना, हम पहुंचे ना. A lot of people say, अरे ये एक्सेस की लैंग्वेज मत बोला करो, ऐसे फिर मेरे आसपास मत घूमा करो, because that is my world, this is who I be. If it doesn't work, why will I change my language because you are uncomfortable? Go away. Even I told my family that this is who I be. नहीं तो बहुत ज्यादा एक्सेस हो गई है. मैंने कहा मैं हूँ ही एक्सेस यार, करना क्या अभी? But you know, we only judge. We make it expensive. We say it's this ये language. How did you first enter access? What invited you? Why even sitting here to listen to it then, right? Why aren't you acknowledging it's working for you? But we don't have to show it easy, no? We have to have the drama of doing it. So everything that is. So stop changing other. Everybody has a choice.
Aradhana, can I
Yeah.
say here something?
Yes, yes.
So,
Please.
so many times you say many things and they're very fast. And of course, after the class, I don't remember what you said. And all I say, what Aradhana said, all of that. And then I run.
Yeah.
And it's many times I love to go into the link and many times I don't.
Yeah.
And I so much think it's our presumed barrier.
Yeah, presumed
language.
barrier. So everything that is, would you like to let that go today? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, Nisha, boys, povas, and beyonds. It's like, you know, when you even choose access or you choose any modality for that matter, anything, you are doubting your own choice, yeah. और तुम वो कह रहे हो कि तुम्हारे आसपास वाले वो चूज करें. How much do you trust your choice, Gitu, of what you have chosen in access? You very easily got out of it. It's like सब बेकार है, कुछ नहीं चल रहा यार, fuck off, कुछ नहीं हो रहा. Did you not do that? And now do you think people around you would like to choose it? I मेरे आसपास कोई कहे और नहीं choose कर रहा, देखती हूँ मैं. It is like I am standing for it because I have my own bag and I am committed to my change, my life, my joy. You are committed to everybody else's joy. Good luck, guys. Keep going. Everything that is can be destroyed and get all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, nature, boys, povers, and beyond. I always say this dialogue. खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि खुदा पूछे बंदे मरने से पहले कि बता तेरी रजा क्या. I know I don't have the exact word it is, but it really works. Be you. And that's then you don't have to do and change anybody. It'll change itself. या तो तुम्हारी पोटेंसी को कोई ले पाएगा, नहीं तो वो पिघल जाएगा, नहीं तो भाग जाएगा. So trust. But तुम ही सब बेकार हो, कैसे होगा ना? Only Aradhana is the magic, you not. Everything that is, can you just try and get all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, all the boys, povas, and beyonds. So what if, sorry, consciousness is pragmatic. It includes everything and judges nothing. It includes paying your rent and calling your parents. You may have things that have to be handled. What if you could just handle them all with total ease and be grateful for your being able to handle them? What if you were just grateful for every time you tripped? What if you were grateful for every time you were willing to get up and get moving again too? Now, please know that about 52% of the population isn't looking for anything different. They're hard-pressed to even change their underwear. They haven't decided they have the right answer. It's not up to you to change anybody. It's up to them. You can only facilitate change for someone who is willing to actually ask you a question that allows a door to open so you can facilitate some change. So wait karo, unko question to पूछने दो. If they want to change, they will ask you. But you're so excited, na, like a baby. मैं बताऊं कैसे change आया. But they are not coming to ask your change. They are asking to. They have come to you to give their stories. I know I have also done it. मैं भी कोई दूध की दूल्ही नहीं हूँ. मैंने भी ये सब किया है. तभी तुम्हें lecture दे रही हूँ आज. So everything that is, can you just try and get all right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, all nature, boys, povers, and beyonds. We get it when we get it. And you might listen to this, maybe it will hit 1 or 2 people today, and you might change and choose something different. I also kept doing. And I remember everybody used to ask me, a lot of facilitators in the class, because wo kehte the ki everybody's using so much of an access language and all. This is, who are the people who really uses it? And Gary's always told, just for you, just for fun, not to tell anyone. My hand always went like this. मैं बोल रही हूँ, मैं बहुत जोर जोर से बोलती हूँ, मैं बहुत जोर जोर से interesting point of view बोलती हूँ, बहुत कुछ करती हूँ. They said, stop, Aradhana, stop. I said, yeah, but this is how I used to learn my ABCD also and my classical answers also, na. It is for my practice. I said, nahi. And I was like, humanoid को कह रही हूँ, मुंह बंद कर तो वो और मुंह खोलेगा ना. How do I execute it? And then it really took me time. And I got it when I got it. And then I'm like, अब मुंह से निकलवा लो. अब लोग मेरे आसपास घूमते रहते कि कुछ मुंह से निकाले. I'm like, पैसे दो, क्वेश्चन पूछो, फिर बोलूंगी. जैसे कितनी मनी माइंडेड हो गया ना. ऐसे हाँ ऐसे ही है, दोगे. So it is like how everybody is willing to be. अभी तक फ्री चल रहा था तो कुछ भी तेरा कुछ वर्क नहीं करता, कुछ वर्क नहीं करता तेरा. अभी जब से मुंह बंद हुआ, पैसे देने पड़े, सब वर्क करता है मेरा. Everything that is going to try and get all right and wrong, good and bad, but all nice as well. So it's, you honor you, everybody will honor you. So it's not your fault, to repeat, it's just their choice. It's not your fault, guys. The greatest gift you can give someone is to empower them to choose, even if their choice isn't working out well for them. Because then they will have the gift of their choice for the rest of their lives. People are committed to being serious. They believe that that's more real than the space of being a 6-year-old like me. People are committed to finding the perfect relationship that's going to save them and make their life perfect. People are committed to the way things have always been instead of considering a different possibility. People are committed to always have the right answer, even when that answer is dead wrong for them. The difficulty is that the people that desire change have, in a sense, decided that the slim majority that don't desire change have the right answer. If you have ever gone into competition thinking, I have got to get my piece of this particular pie, or they are getting it all and I'm getting nothing, then you know what I'm talking about. Yet, when you get clear on what's true for you, 99% of the time, you don't care about the particular pie, nor for what anyone else is getting. You are just aligning and agreeing with the point of views around you. Right now, there is only very small percentage of people that truly desire massive change. Let's say it's 5% of the population. Don't get me wrong, out of 6.6 billion people, that's still a lot of people. You choosing to read this book are one of them. Are you willing to know that? So would you like to acknowledge and pat your back for a change? That you are that 5% people who are actually willing to change something and know something beautiful and amazing. Yeah. So what if you, and it's like, abhi jab main padhi thi, I was remembering, and we were in Malaysia, and Gary and Nain were talking about this consciousness getting inflicted by everybody, we perceive everybody's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And when we use this tool of who does it belong to? And he's like, because right now everybody's only thinking negative. So we are only picking up all bad shit about everybody. He says that is why we are asking for more than 10,000 people in consciousness, maybe through access or through any other modality. Then if you're standing around, then what you will pick is also consciousness and the joy and the ease. And today when I was reading, I said, oh, wow, it just reminded me of that Malaysia trip. And when Gary was talking this, I said, now I get it. Like that 10,000 people, if you're standing in their company, you will end up doing that same thing. Abhi kya hota hai ki I'm not good enough, I'm not doing this, mujhe bhook lag rahi hai. It is so funny. Most of the time I go to my classes, I've eaten my breakfast and I'll go down and to do my classes. And the moment I'm there, I'm hungry. I think abhi to upar se kha kar aayi hu, abhi kitna khayegi. And then initially I didn't even ask a question, I just concluded this. But then once I'm like, oh my God, I'm not even asking who does it belong to. And I just realized people are coming to the classes early morning, rushing from their homes, and they are hungry. My body is telling they're hungry. So similarly, if they are conscious and present and they're like, oh, everything is working out for me, if they're saying that, I can actually catch that, no? So that is the gift that of being conscious. When we are choosing greater, we can inflict the whole world. But when you contract and you give up, you're giving up that possibility. So thank you for being here, and thank you for your presence, and thank you for being conscious you already are. Please acknowledge and exponentialize that in your words. So consciousness always desires more of itself. Expressed another way, consciousness begets consciousness. Given the chance, consciousness will always create more of itself. Consciousness is the easiest energetic state to maintain according to the laws of physics. Why? Because there is no polarity to keep in existence. It is the isness that just is. Let's say unconsciousness would like to be a fixed point of view. Do you know with people with fixed point of view? Now, to have that fixed point of view, does it take a lot of energy to hold on to it? Take a staunch conservative, a staunch liberal, or a fascist. They have fixed point of views that require huge amount of energy to hold them in a place, right? It is that level of energy you have to put into every fixed point of view you have in order to keep it fixed. For each judgment, it takes 25 judgments to hold it into place. And for each of those 25, it takes another 25. And for each of those 25, it takes another 25. It is an ultimate multi-level marketing program for crap. The thing about consciousness is that it is literally the easiest state in which to be, because you don't have to be the multi-level marketing program of crap. So sweet, sweet being reading this. You have a choice. You could use your energy to hold fixed point of views and judgment in place, or you can use that energy to generate your life. Your living, it's your choice. So all the fixed point of views, projections, expectations, separations, judgments, and rejections that you have of you, that you will, would you please destroy and uncreate all that, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, punisher, boys, boys, and beyonds. So that was changing your autopilots, being more present, and hope that was magical for you and inviting you to more magic of you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Anurag, go ahead. You want to say something? Yeah.
This was super duper.
Awesome. Hope it contributes and hope it contributes this further.
Aradhana, can we read one more page? There's one more page on magic.
Achha, okay.
Just one page. Note
Dil
to
mange
readers.
more, Shivangi, dil mange more.
Yes, yes, please. Me too.
Ask and you shall
On the
receive.
same.
Yes. All right. Thank
Thank you, Shivani.
you. So being magic, page 240, note to reader. The universe is trying to gift to you. Imagine having these two little chubby angels flying right above you, you know, like those on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, flapping their little wings like crazy because they're holding a pot with gold coins in it. And it's really tough for them to stay up because this gold weighs so much. They have so much for you that they just want to give you. And they want to give it to you, and they want to give it to you, and they want to give it to you. And they keep wanting it to give it to you, and they keep wanting to give it to you. So my friend, why do they keep desiring to give it to you instead of just giving it to you? Because you never ask it. They're up there going, come on, stupid. You are the testing limit of my allowance. I am so going to drop this on your head and kill you right now. Please ask a question that allows us to give this to you. So please ask for whatever you desire. The universe's greatest wish is that you would but ask and receive. Apparently, it likes you more than you do. So please ask. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And please ask.
For a
Thank
contribution.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Geetu, go ahead. You want to ask something?
I was just saying thank you so much for this gift.
Thank you. Thank you for receiving. Thank you, each one of you, for being here and being patient to hear it out. And definitely, you are the magic. You are the gift. And what gift can you be? If you just be this one chapter also, and you can just change the world, right? There is so much Dana has gifted. I'm always so in awe of his generosity. So thank you. What else is possible? Just wanted to give you hi and reminder to yourself that, come on, wake up. Don't think bad. And now also we have to infect the consciousness, no? So wake up, be you, be the gift. And I love you all. That was just a little gesture of my sending you my gratitude. And thank you, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
much.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, Aradhana.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
I am
Thank
sorry,
you.
sorry. Just 1 minute. Just wanted to invite. I forgot that I'm starting and I need a support. Like I'm choosing to become a 3-day body class facilitator. So I'm started this body class facilitating the body access body processes, which will be 2 in a day, and they'll be paid because we need 6 paid people. So if you will be happy to contribute, if you're in Delhi or Noida and you can come, you can have your swap, you can run the body processes on each other, and that you can contribute to me as well. So if that is light for you, any of you, please. And if any of the cities I'm visiting, of course, I will create it. But if it's possible, if you know any friend who would like to choose it, there are no prereqs, and I'm grateful.
Aradhana, are you not planning this in Jaipur?
That Shivangi knows. Shivangi knows. Shivangi knows. Yes.
So,
Sridevi,
so,
yes.
so I would really like you to become a body process
I know you guys will,
trainer because
you will
I,
be
I, I
great.
want to learn from you, right? And it's like this is the
Yeah.
only class left. Let
Yes.
me know if it's being planned in Jaipur or
I'll be
I'll
very
come to
quick.
Delhi otherwise.
Yes. Oh, lovely. Thank you so much. Yes, Sridevi,
Okay.
you wanted to ask.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the frame that is behind you.
The painting behind me.
Yes,
This
yes.
is a Rumi painting, and it says says the Quran in it. I don't know what that means, honestly. I just got attracted to it, and I liked it because of the world of the Rumi. And they believe in oneness. I preach true oneness all the time. So I always, sorry, Vinny. So I just like to, my way of facilitating is through oneness. So yeah, I think it just keeps contributing. I don't talk, I don't facilitate, this facilitates. So thank you. And see, it catches
Thank you.
everybody's eyes. So thank you.
I've been wanting to ask this for such a long time.
The painting? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you guys get at times when I'm talking, it's talking, I'm never talking. It's like, I just feel that it's coming through me.
So many times you are saying, but I'm actually looking at the painting and I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It just came to me, and that's a long, long story. Sometimes I'll take out my time on Insta to have the story tell you. And it just came to me, and it just got its spot, and it made me sit here to do these classes and Instas. So thank you. That is
Wow.
it's a blessing. So what else? I'm blessed. So are you guys. So thank you guys. Love you all. Super.
Thank you.
See you again soon. Thanks.
Thank you.